Well, hello everyone. My name is Rick Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today, the last episode of Leech Month. This is one of my favorite. I really like how this one moves, and I love the little red butt on this this leech. Got some monster hits off of this, and like I said, I just really like the movement on this fly and a little bit of sparkle, and so it's probably one of my top 5 leeches that I use. I seem to always want to gravitate to certain ones, and this is one of them. So this will be the last one in the series for a while. So like I won't be doing any more leeches probably for the summer. Yeah, so this is going to be the last one. So I hope you guys enjoy. So today we'll start off in the vise with a Hends BL254N in a size 8. It's a short shank, heavy 2X strong. I'm going to be using some Semperfli NanoSilk in black. We will be using, I'm going to turn on the other light here. Hey, that's better. We will be using some Hends Spectra, the Spectra dubbing. For the tail, I'm going to be using the number 958 right here. And then for the main body, I'm going to be using number 420 back here. It's kind of like the cop car, patrol car. It's got a little bit of blue, a little bit of purple, a little bit of green, a little bit of black. And for a bead, the bead here is a 1/8 black brass bead. I like actually using the shiny, and I really like using the flat black ones. You see there's flat black ones in there? So, and then I will also be using, now this is locally harvested, but it's black pheasant. So this is just a locally harvested one, but just a black pheasant rump, pheasant spay, black spay, hackle, anything like that. So let's get her started. Just as always, tie on your thread. Get a halfway decent base coat going down. I'm going to come to about where the bend starts, or where the barb would be. I'm just going to come back just a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that red, the 958 Hends Spectra dubbing, but use any red, kind of a sparkle hackle you've got, ice dub, anything like that. Hackle, sparkle dub, like an ice dub or anything, right? This one happens to be the Spectra dubbing by Hends. I really like the seal's fur substitute, the Semper seal from Semperfli as well. But for this pattern, it's a little too long, and I don't want to cut it. So right now, all I'm doing is just lining up all the fibers. I'm just pulling them apart, stacking them, pulling them apart, stacking them. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is kind of make a little bit of a noodle from it, like that. And I'm going to catch it in at about the halfway point, like that. The noodle. Couple of looser turns, and then crank her down. Then flip this over and go over top of it, right back into the your end tie-in area, which is about there, and then go under it and over it, and then just really crank this down. Okay, and then I'm going to pull out some of that. There we go. There, that's all that pulls out. So that is it. That's your tail. Then I'll come back forward. Oops, excuse me, I gotta lubricate that. And just make a dubbing loop all the way back to that tie-in point. Come back. My dubbing spinner, put that in. Wax both sides. Make sure you give that a really good wax, okay? Then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab this 420 from Hends. And like I said, it's got that kind of that cop car-y kind of, it's got a little bit of green in it, a little bit of purple in it, a little bit of black in it. Right? I don't need that much. That should do. So again, I'm just going to take this stuff and stack it just to get the fibers aligned. spread that out just a little bit. Put that into my dubbing loop, and then I'm going to take that and spread that out nicely. Okay, give that a really good spin. Make that nice dubbing noodle. Then I'm going to take my Velcro that I've glued to a popsicle stick and just pull that out a bit, just so that it's sticking out. And then I'm going to wrap this forward. I'm going to do one good wrap at the back, and then I'll come forward here. Not too worried about that little bump there that we created with putting in that tail. A little bit on top there. And I want to leave just a little bit of room at the front here. Okay, see there's a little bit of room left there, and I'll make a bit more room once I tighten this all down. So I'm going to 3 times behind, 4 or 5 times in front, 3 times behind, a couple times in front. Cut off my dubbing loop. Don't need that anymore. And I'm going to take my popsicle stick and just be nice and aggressive here and pull all that out, eh? Make that leechy looking. So this is that underbody sparkle, that sparkle that you're going to get, right? It's going to show through. And that tail acts kind of like a bit of a hot spot. So now I'm going to take my black pheasant, and I've already prepared it. I'm going to put it in from the butt. 3 or 4 times on top, 3 or 4 times in front, 3 or 4 times in front, and top, and in front. Just bend that a bit just to break that stem, so it's not so stiff. And then stroke all your materials back. Go around once. Keeping it all stroked back twice. Oh, just let go. Where we grab that center. There we go. So that's not once yet. That's once. I'll go down around a second time. I like having 2 full wraps on this. Again, it does depend on the feather, but I know with that feather, just from experience, that 2 wraps is good. Now I'm going to stroke it all back, go in front. I'm going to find that piece I was holding, the tip, and just break that off. Again, just hold that back, out of the way. Do a dozen or so wraps there. Then I'm going to do 4-turn whip finish. Take my Sally's or whatever kind of head cement you guys like, and just give it a bit of a right onto the thread. Re-whip. Now do your another 4-turn whip finish. Close your bottle of Sally's. Otherwise you end up with it all over the place. Just refocus that a bit. There we go. So now, when I brush this out, okay, now it doesn't look that great, right? Looks okay, but watch this. I'm just going to get this wet. When this thing is wet, it is so slick and so buggy looking. There. Slicks right back and it gets really nice and buggy, but you can see that sparkle come through the body. The black pheasant just moves like you wouldn't believe. So there's another one I did. Right, same thing. And now here's one without the bead head. I do tie both ways. I do tie without a bead head as well. Here, I'll actually take that out and just show you. I tie it without a bead head as well, depending on what I like controlling my descent and stuff with the fly line, not the beads. So I mean, sometimes you need a bead, but yeah. So yeah, that's it. It's a fairly simple fly, but it's that black pheasant at the front really does finish this fly off, right? And you just got that little bit of a red tail sticking out the back end there, and then that blue and that purple and green and black body underneath it. It's a real killer. So alrighty, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, this will be the last fly of leech month, and I will start doing a few more things in the next little while here. I'll probably be concentrating on dragonflies and damselflies, mid-season flies here. Be concentrating on those, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please subscribe. If you haven't, if you have, thank you very much. Hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss any future content, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next tying video. Tie lines, everybody.